Right now, the flow of the space is not working. The wine rack over here, not working. The console over here, not working. The rug's gotta go. It's all dark and it's not working. I'm Darren Jett, I'm an interior designer. Today, I'm going to show you how to transform a small, dark studio apartment into a bright and airy space. This is REDESIGNING. So this is Sara, and this is Sara's apartment. Studio apartments are very small. They typically are one room, so you have the living area and the bedroom area all in one space. You're lucky if the kitchen is separated, and you're really lucky if the bathroom is also separated. So Sara comes to us with a rather unique challenge, right? Her studio is dark, it's cramped, and it's not inviting. Sara, like all of us, wants a place that is bright, light, airy, and feels really good. I think that we're gonna be able to achieve exactly what she wants. The first thing we need to tackle is the furniture. It's very easy for a studio apartment to start to look cramped, and when things start to look cramped, you start to feel cramped. Now we're getting crafty. I get so stressed out from these photos. I really just want to take all of these items away and end up with a nice blank space. This apartment is 300 square feet. Every piece of furniture, every decision that you do, everything has to have multiple purposes. I think that she really has to rethink the sofa and the bed. You can really see here that the bed is taking up about 25–30% of the floor area in the apartment. You can also see that the bed is right by the kitchen, getting all of the fumes from cooking. You can also see it's right by the window, which blocks all of the light as it comes into the apartment. What I want to do is actually combine the sofa and bed together and have this be one unit. I'm gonna make the case for a day bed. A day bed is really a sofa that's actually deeper. This is not something that you find in your college dorm. This is something that's beautiful, it has beautiful lines, but it has a sort of mattress pad on top that you sit on whenever you're watching TV or you have friends over. And then in the evening, you pull out the pillows and you pull out the blanket that goes on top, and that's where you sleep. It is something that would benefit her life drastically. And then I want to think about, okay, so she had sort of dining table situation that was kind of awkward. Let's take the idea of that dining table and make it a sort of dining table / desk and put that by the window to capture all of that beautiful light coming in. In the sort of daybed area here, the sort of living room, bedroom moment right here in this corner, keep the coffee table. Also have a very small chair for an extra guest, right? Have a slipper chair. The slipper chair is something that can easily be moved around. So look how much better this already feels. She has so much more floor area around here. I can see myself doing a little bit of work by the window. I would get a lot more work done in that situation. Let's get into how dark this apartment is. So Sara has an apartment that only has 2 windows. You can see in the kitchen, there's a very small window here that's pretty far back, but look how much light it's actually casting off into the apartment. Look at the window that's actually closer into the apartment, right by the bed. Where does that light land? It lands on top of the bed. So you get absolutely none of that reflection coming into the apartment. You also want to have mirrors that reflect the light back out, right? I think there's not too much space for her to do that. So an idea that we have here is to actually mirror the top of the coffee table, which would not only reflect the light coming in from the window, but also reflect the light that we'll have in the ceiling. I would like to really think about emphasizing that window. We have one window, but when you have a mirror next to one window, you suddenly have 2 windows. If we have a sort of mirrored screen, perhaps, think about if you start to fold that mirror screen, how that light would start to bounce into the apartment. Listen, if you have dark furniture in your apartment, it's going to suck up all the light. We have a dark piece of furniture here. We have a dark coffee table here, a dark rug, this and this. It's all dark and it's not working. Look, there's nothing wrong inherently with black furniture, but I think if you're working within a space that is very small with one window and you were trying to make it light, bright, and airy, the black furniture is doing you no favors. All the furniture we're going to be giving Sara, it's all going to be light and bright. I think a lot of us, we know whenever we move into an apartment how the walls are not actually quite white. It's sort of this funny rental white. I always liken it to like a cigarette tooth, Like it should be white, but it's like a little off. Sara, invite your friends over for a night, order some pizza, make a martini, have your friends just like help you paint, My favorite white is Benjamin Moore Decorator's White. It's a very beautiful color. It's very simple. It's very palette cleansing. It's a great background for everyday life. And that's how to make a dark apartment lighter and brighter. So the next thing, she needs more storage. One thing that Sara has done really well is to organize all of the items along this wall, but I simply just want to give her an upgrade. So if we imagine that this wall here is this wall right here, what I would do is maintain these sort of divisions amongst the space, right? So let's say this zone is for all the items that the kitchen needs to have. The kitchen's so small, so let's have some more storage for the kitchen so it's more organized. Next to that, we would have just honestly more storage for her. She's clearly giving glamour, she's giving jewelry, she's giving clothes. She really needs to have more space for her. And then this zone over here by the daybed, what we'll do, I'll actually have this as more of the entertainment zone. Maybe she'll have her TV mounted on the wall. Maybe beneath that, she'll have the extra things that she doesn't need all the time, like her weights or her yoga mat. We buy shelving systems and drawers that work for our needs. Let's take the stuff out of the dresser, we'll put it here. We'll have a section below for all of her shoes. We'll even get an extra rod. I would love to have more hanging myself. And then in front of that, you would drape it with a beautiful curtain that you can easily open up as you need. Look at this. Whoop. Ah. I want to watch TV. Ooh. Sara's last issue is that the space is not inviting. And I think what we have to do now is to make it feel like Sara, so it feels very inviting for everyone. When I look at this place, I really start to feel who Sara is. You know, I'm noticing a few of these interesting elements here that they have a natural material to them or sort of natural handmade quality to them. I think these pillows are a really great example of that. You see the little fringes that are happening here. Okay, let's pull from that. You have the quilt, which has the same exact language going on. These vases up here that are very natural, very beautiful, very simple, organic forms. We're going to really dive a bit more into this natural world. Let's get a bigger rug for Sara. A rush rug is a rug that is typically a natural material. So, you know, you have jute, you have hemp, you have sisal. Not only is it something that is very soft underfoot and will make the apartment feel very cozy and feel very inviting, but it will really tie everything together. We're going to think about the woods in the apartment being a lighter wood. We're also going to, you know, take some of the plant life up here in the window and bring that more into the space. Think about all the plants that she could have, right? Sara's like, I want to have a green apartment. I want to have greenery in this space. So if you have, you know, enough space around the window, she could have even more plants around there to really give her some life in the space. Sara seems to be a very smart person, and I've given her a very smart space to match that. After all of that, here's a beautiful rendering of Sara's apartment. You can see that when you walk into the door, you have this beautiful daybed off to the left and this sort of nice seating arrangement right there. Just beyond that, where the window formerly blocked all of the light, is a great desk that can become a dining area whenever she has people over. Adjacent to that, you can see the mirror that bounces all of that light back into the space. It's light, it's bright, it's sophisticated, and it's Sara. Do you want advice on your space? Submit in the description below.